Geminis, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your November reading. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. And if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below, and you will also find a link. You can schedule a reading, or you can also send me an email. Okay. Now, in November, we will be in the energy of justice. Now, yes, November is the 11th month. However, November 2025 adds to number 11. And yeah, number 11 is the Justice card in Tarot. And justice has to do with, and we will be in Libra season. Justice is ruled by Libra. And justice has to do with balance and karmic justice. And it also has to do with conflict resolution, fairness, and making decisions is also what justice represents. And it reminds us every action has a consequence. It has nothing to do with whether someone is a good person or a bad person. It has to do with the cause and effect. When we every action what we give out, there is a consequence, and that's what karma is all about. So it reminds us, and our life is all about the choices we make in our everyday life, our decisions, things like that. Everything is not fate. Sometimes we blame fate and destiny, but some of the destiny is in our hands. It also depends upon what kind of choices we are making, and we all have a choice. And so that's what justice energy represents. And in November, we have Mercury going retrograde, and Jupiter is also going retrograde. So two major planets are going retrograde, and retrograde has to do with slowdowns, but it also gives us an opportunity to go back and reflect on past experiences in order to make course corrections, in order to make amendments and things like that. So let's see how that's playing out in your life for November. And this will be a Celtic cross. I will show you the cards. So center of the reading, you have Four of Cups crossed by Ace of Wands. Amazing. Okay. So you are coming across an aha moment, an epiphany moment, new energy. Subconscious, you have Queen of Swords. This is your energy, Gemini. And for the past position, you have Emperor. And for the conscious position, you have Two of Cups. Lovely. And for the immediate future is Six of Wands. Is reminding you to be flexible. And advice card for the month, Four of Wands. Amazing. I love this energy for you. And environment is the Death card. Yes, it's time to release something. And opportunities, you have Eight of Swords, and final outcome is the world. Yes, like I told you, there is some new information you are coming across. You are seeing something in a different way. The illusions are now going away, and it's helping. It's a revelation, and this information is helping you release something and move on. So this is you freeing yourself from this energy, whatever this means for you. This is the energy of restrictions, confusion, and it also has to do with some emotional baggages, like guilt, regret. These emotions that we hold on to, this is where you are suddenly realizing certain things, and you are moving into a new cycle. So yes, and Queen of Cups is on the back of the deck. So Queen of Cups energy this month is, like I told you, we have two retrogrades. Jupiter, world is actually ruled by Jupiter, and Mercury is your ruling planet, Gemini. And I think Uranus is also retrograde in your sign. Okay, so your ruling planet is going retrograde. That maybe that's the reason why you are feeling this way, like restricted, confused, not knowing where to begin, what the next step is. So uncertainties is what that energy is, but temporary. It's not going to be a permanent situation. You will find the clarity, but that is actually helping you step back and reevaluate. Watch your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own intuition, and look at your own emotional nature so you don't make any emotional choices and decisions. But November is also the month of self care. So, this is where you are putting yourself on top of the list and taking care of yourself. You have to fill your own cup first before you rescue someone else. So, this is where you are honoring your own feelings and your own what you need, what your body needs, what your mind needs. And so you can readjust your priorities accordingly and take care of yourself so you can take care of the world. By that, what I mean is you can take care of the responsibilities, because in the past you have emperor. Now emperor is something you are moving past, so this is ruled by Aries, so something to do with an Aries in your life. Or it could be the energy that you are embodying, meaning this has to do with responsibilities, duties, and this is also commitment. So something that it could be you committing to yourself, because you have Queen of Cups here, which is all about self-care. This is exhaustion. It may feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders or something, or something to do with your career, your business, your personal responsibilities, things like that. So that's also the reason why self-care is needed, so you can take care of your um, task, duties, your commitments in a better, effective way. Okay, so let's talk about Four of Wands. This is your advice card for the month. And the advice here is to lean into your support system. So, who are these people? And if there is anything you need help with, here, um, you know, with Emperor's energy, the tendency is to do everything ourselves, not necessarily reach out for help. Because this person, he's an emperor, he can take care of things himself. However, this month in November, uh, so there is something in the environment you are coming across. The death card has to do with either, like, something that you have to do. This is not something you enjoy doing. It could be that maybe somebody is asking you to do something and you don't have any option and you just have to do it. Or it could be something uncomfortable that you are taking care of, some which may not feel pleasant, which may not feel comfortable. For some of you guys, it could be a move, because you have world opening up for you. And so this is either travel, if it's a long trip or something. For some, this could be an overseas trip, or for some it could be networking, you meetings, discussions, something to do with your career, your business, or it could be personal life, like virtual meetings, maybe like webinars, workshops, things like that. So maybe that is not something that you are comfortable with, something that is not familiar, you are familiar with. So it may feel like a challenge. On the other hand, for some it could also be a move, changing homes and things like that. So, but whatever that situation is, the support is there, is what this energy is reminding you. It could also be from a person. Queen of Swords is air signs, just like yours is like your sister sign. So, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. So, it could be family, it could be friends, it could be authority figures. So someone is nearby. On the other hand, it could also be others, like your community, your, again, family members, friendships, your teammates, the people you work with. Or it could be your community and things like that. So Four of Wands here is asking you to lean into your support system, reach out for help whenever you need it. If you want that a new idea, like or some clarity, around a certain situations, then ask a stranger. Maybe you will you know we never know, like maybe sometimes they when we talk to somebody, when we share our experiences, what we are coming across, they might say something which will be like an aha moment. So you never know where that information is going to come from. So it's about uh, getting it out there. So that's important. On the other hand, with this, it feels like you are reaching a milestone. This is Four of Wands and then Six of Wands. This has to do with celebrations, and freedom is also what this energy is. Something difficult is you are releasing something challenging. So this is a chance for you to begin something new. So yeah, for some, like public recognition, you reaching a milestone, you celebrating with people who matters. For some of you guys, it could be a home, like housewarming, um, or a connection. So those of you who are looking for love, this could be you meeting someone. So yes, you might have to get out of your comfort zone in order to meet this person. You might have to travel, things like that. So yeah, a soul connection is and a new beginning, Gemini. So if you are looking for love, this is love coming your way. On the other hand, it could also be your community, existing relationships. This is harmony, and um, you guys doing things together, making it work, date nights, things like that. um, expect phone calls, messages. All right. So yeah, maybe you are moving in together. All right. So subconscious, you have Queen of Swords. This is great energy because you are in your elements this month. So this has to do with you staying in your power, clear communications, being assertive, knowing what you want, and knowing your worth, Gemini. So that is something that we need to be mindful of. So we don't want to settle. So with this energy, Eight of Swords, um, this is like as if your hands are tied and there are no options, as if you can't make up your mind, and something to do with circumstances that you are coming across. But this could just be when we are in the middle of something, it won't be possible for us to see things more clearly. So you have to step back to reevaluate things, and you might also have to let go of old ways of doing things, old habits, patterns, and think outside the box. Being more creative and being more inventive is important in this case. And when you rise above the situation, when you take a step back to clearly understand what's going on, then it will be possible for you to see the options, see the blessings, and the opportunities hidden there. Okay. So don't go by the surface appearances of things. With Death card, what happens is, when we look at this card, it's scary, because our attention goes to the image here, but we don't actually notice the sunrise. So this is a blessing in disguise. So whatever is happening, yes, it may feel like scary, uncomfortable, unpleasant, and there is now a big mess that you have to take care of, and it's difficult and things like that. But this is happening for a reason. This is actually helping you move in the right direction, world. So take up the challenge, and but don't go by the surface appearances of things, and instead move beyond to see the opportunities hidden in this moment. So you have to be an opportunist here, Gemini. So that is important. Okay, it's all about knowing and believing that everything happens for a reason, and regardless of our circumstances, we are always guided in the right direction, and we may not understand it at that point because we have limited understanding. But it's important to know that something good is going to come out of this situation, so that gives us a sense of like strength and courage to take risk. So that's what this energy is. So yeah, Queen of Swords is a card of courage, clear communication, cutting through the illusions of the mind, cutting through the crap, the nonsense. So she can see things more clearly. What does this entail? And this is a card of self-empowerment, meaning self-empowerment is all about taking ownership, taking responsibility for our life, and not complaining, blaming, and playing victim in our life, because none of us are a victim. We all have a choice, and this is what you are doing. You are telling yourself, when you come across this, you are also telling yourself that yes, it's difficult, it's challenging, however, I got this, is what you are telling yourself. And you may not know how to move forward, what the next steps are, but the clarity will come, you know. And it's all about, again, taking a step back to reevaluate the situation and knowing what kind of actions you need to take in order to turn around this situation, in order to create positive changes. So that's what you are doing here with Queen of Swords. On the other hand, when it comes to your business, your creative projects, for some, this also has to do with writing, speaking, like I said, workshops, webinars, networking, connecting with others, advertising, marketing, documentation, paperwork. Yes. And now that's not a that's not all like unicorns and ice creams, right? That requires work, something uncomfortable, but something but this is where you are on it. You are, what I'm seeing is that commitment, the determination to clean up the mess and declutter, release what is not aligned, so you can move forward and create new experiences here. So you have your weapons, Gemini, and you are, looks like with this, it feels like you are using it wisely. You are not using it to destroy, even though I do see destruction here, but it could be that you are again cleaning up the clutter and releasing what's not meant for you here anymore. But on the other hand, this is communication. Looks like you are reconnecting with someone here, and this is what I'm seeing is differences, Gemini. So it could be that whoever you are meeting, it could be that they live in a different country and they have like different culture, things like that. But there is this is a soul connection, that understanding is there, and that's what's important, an understanding without us having to over explain and make someone understand. Uh, that is not a good relationship or friendship. um, if this is aligned, if this is something who is meant for you, you don't have to necessarily work hard. Okay, the person will just get you. On the other hand, it could also be some other things, like it could be existing relationships. If you are thinking about making positive changes and strengthen your connections, that is something that you are doing here. For some, it could be networking, you connecting with people have the who share the same goals as you are, collaborating with someone on a project, something like that. On the other hand, this is also you connecting with yourself, Gemini, meaning this is where you are releasing certain things that are not aligned. It could be projects that you are working on, how you are spending your time, your energy. It could be people you are hanging out with, it could be places, something that has outgrown, is what you are releasing here. So And yes, like I said, it could just be happening. Maybe universe is getting this out of your way. um, and if and it may not feel comfortable because now you have to figure things out, right? But know that this is a blessing in a disguise, and this is helping you to be more inventive and to create the space for what's more aligned with your goals and what you want to experience. So manifestation is what's happening here. This is something that you have been hoping and wishing for. Maybe not this particular situation, but this is actually helping you move in the right direction. Okay. In the center of the reading, you have Four of Cups and crossed by Ace of Wands. So, Four of Cups is a card of meditation. So, with this, it feels like you are focusing on your priorities, like I said, your commitments, your responsibilities, and you are not getting distracted. Yes, I do see. Maybe I don't know if you think this is a distraction. It could be someone reaching out to you. It could be friendships. It could be someone extending um, their help and support, or it could be an opportunity. So not sure what this is, but looks like either you are not open to it, or maybe this doesn't meet your standards, so you are ignoring it, you are saying no. And like for instance, if you are coming across like if somebody is calling, you are not answering the call. That's what I'm seeing here. But you have your own reasons. It could be that you are focusing on your priorities here. On the other hand, what I'm seeing is when you are not expecting, you might suddenly receive some insights, a new idea, a spark of inspiration, some new energies. So this is something you don't want to ignore, because you will come across those revelations, that those ideas, when you are not thinking about it and when you are not expecting it. You are just doing something mundane, like washing your dishes, driving a car, or doing your normal morning walks or things like that, and you will suddenly realize certain things. So this is coming from your spirit, and that's what inspiration is all about. And so maybe think about writing it down immediately, and do not overthink it. So when it feels like you want to call that person, just pick up the phone and call. What's going to happen, right? um, and or it could be like a sudden idea for something to do with your business, your career. So do that without expecting any results. So this is where what I'm seeing is like you are worrying about the outcome. Okay, if I call, what's gonna happen? What if the person says no? That is none of your business. Universe has planted a seed, an idea. Your job is to just honor it, you know, and not worrying about, and you don't have to worry about the outcome. That is not your business. And your business, your what you are required to do is take action, honor that inspiration, that idea. That's all. Maybe it will lead to something else, who knows, right? So it's all about energy, um, and the willingness to take action. Or for some of you guys, it could be you wanting to make it perfect. Again, something to do with outcomes here. uh, but um, so this energy is reminding you, trust your heart, trust your inspiration, and follow it, and do not let the mind get involved. uh, if you get the mind if you involve the mind, it will be a shit show. Okay, so you will get entangled. You will be like, what if this happens, what if that happens? So there will be like a lot of analyzing and things like that. And Mercury, your ruling planet, going retrograde is not going to help anyway. So just follow your heart, don't let your mind get involved. And then immediate future, you have Six of Wands. This is where Gemini, this is Mercury retrograde energy. So this is where the energy is reminding you, remain flexible, know what you have control over, what you don't have control over. this situation happening here with the death card looks like this is not something you have control over. This is happening and you just have to go with the flow now. Okay, accept things as they are. And if you don't know what to do, how to figure this out, you don't have to, just sit with it or do whatever it is that you need to and let go. Do not struggle with it. This situation requires acceptance. And so that's the reason why this card showed up. This is reminding you to remain flexible. So it could be that maybe you are making some plans and then now you have to work on them, and maybe you have to postpone, prepone. So if you have travel plans, then it could be that retrograde again. So plan your month accordingly. And also remember to remain flexible just in case if something happens. And you might come across some setbacks, delays, part of life. Maybe this too is happening for a reason. So know what you have control over and what you don't, and remember to remain flexible with your days, your schedules, your plans, and don't get discouraged by setbacks and delays. Rejection is protection and redirection. When something is denied to us, then that means maybe that was not meant for us. Maybe universe is actually protecting us and letting us know that, hey, this path is not right for you, so don't push through. Instead, just turn around and go in a new direction. So maybe you don't know what direction, but that's okay. The clarity will come. So yeah, 6 of Wands. And also do not let anybody rain on your parade, Gemini. With this, it feels like you might come across some jealousy, other people's projections, like their fear, their insecurities, maybe they will project it onto you. So if you are celebrating and if you are just minding your own business, then if something like that happens, then that might don't let that ruin your day, is what I want to say. Okay, instead keep going, keep the faith. That's their business to deal with. You don't have to put the energy there. So know what's where you are putting your energy, your time, and what matters to you the most. And so that is important. Okay, and here with the world card, a whole new world is opening up for you. um, Things are coming to a full circle here, meaning you are moving into a new phase in your life. So in your external, it may look like moving into a new home, starting a new relationship, starting a new career, traveling, or starting a new business, things like that. Or for some of you guys, it could also be internal, like spiritual awareness. You redoing something, like for instance, it could be you seeing yourself in a different way, your own potential, people in your life, um, or letting go of habits and patterns and you know um, old beliefs that are not serving a purpose, something that you have outgrown. So it could either be internal or external for some of you guys. But with this is powerful energy, Gemini. This is like enlightenment, this is transformation, and this is where you are leaving the cocoon phase and becoming uh, who you are meant to be. So again, self empowerment is what I'm seeing here for you, and like making your own decisions and taking action, going in a new direction, things like that. So this is amazing. So for some of you guys, it could be like a sudden revelation. So pay attention to your own intuition, what you are coming across, and remember to also take action. and don't worry about the outcomes and things like that. Okay, wow, you won't believe this. Empress is also here under Queen of Cups. So this is growth, this is home again, and this is love, abundance, prosperity. And Empress is ruled by Venus, and Venus is the Libra energy, which is what number 11. Justice is ruled by Libra, so something to do with Libra energy. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards for you. So this month, take time to rearrange your schedules, your days, and balance is important. Creating that sense of balance is important. Yes, you have things to do, but at the same time, you are also looking at things that you really enjoy doing. So it could be taking up a creative project, it could be travel, it could be just resting, relaxing, and not doing anything at all. Sometimes that is also needed. Or it could be making new connections, making new friendships, and getting out of your comfort zone to try something new and different. So yeah, remaining flexible and not fixated on something, and taking care of yourself mostly, because both these cards here has to do with uh, emotions, feelings, self-care, grounding and balancing your energies, things like that. So yeah, connecting with ourselves. And when we do that, when we center our energy, when we balance our energies, it will be possible for us to create that sense of peace and harmony in our external. And if we can't find that, then it's also about being okay with releasing certain things. Okay, Gemini is he. Let's see. Spirit, please give us a message for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? Geminis. Manifestation is happening, Gemini. Like something amazing is also happening. Okay, with this is a foggy mind, clouded judgments. So things may not seem clearer. And so this reminds you to have patience, okay, till you find that clarity. So maybe think about writing it down, think about reaching out to someone for their perspective, know what your blind spots are, know what is it that you are not seeing at this moment. So this is something that you want to reflect on. On the other hand, it may have something to do with the health situation. So if there is something you are experiencing, like for instance, it could be headache, something to do with your eyes. So get a vision test done if that is the case. But yeah, if there is something, maybe think about getting a checkup done so you don't have to then worry about it. But you will know what it's all about. With the World card, that understanding is coming. Yeah, Four of Wands is your advice card for the month, and this is connections. So, celebration. So, be celebrate your wins. So whatever this is, um, it's reminding you to, um, maybe it's happening for a good reason. Okay. Gemini's, your message for November is let it go. There you go. That's your answer. So there is no need to fight, resist these changes. Some changes are happening, and you are not, I don't think you are initiating these changes, Gemini. It's happening. And and it's reminding you. So some structures are falling away. So So for some of you guys, it could be something to do with relationships, places, something to do with the organization you are working for, government, things like that. So some structures that felt comfortable, familiar, is now going away, and this is change and transformation, which is what the nature of life is all about. And if you are resisting, then it will be a struggle. The card is reminding you to see the opportunities here and release whatever is going away. It was never meant to be. And so you can then step into something new here. Okay. So a cycle is ending here. So let it go, Gemini. Let me read this out to you because something new is opening up for you. Let it go. 100. Sorry. Release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. Yeah. When it said soften, this may have something to do with communication here. So for some, it could be that you are coming across some harsh judgments, other people's opinions, and things like that. So yeah, soft is brave. Sometimes, we think we have to be louder, we have to be in a certain way to get what we want, but that is not the truth. Being gentle, being soft is makes things much easier. So easy does it, Gemini. So that's what I'm seeing. You don't have to be loud or dramatic or anything like that. And yes, move forward. Wow, it totally goes with the cards here. Okay, release the past, forgive, soften, move forward. Change is one of the most difficult things for our heart and mind to accept. Maybe you are on the brink of an ending, a hurt, or a loss. Or perhaps you experienced an ending in the past but are still carrying the pain within your heart and your mind. Just as the shoreline doesn't try to hold on to the sea, this card comes with encouragement to begin the process of letting go. Letting go is rarely something that happens in an instant. More often, it's a process that can take days, weeks, months, or even years. The process always begins with a willingness and a wanting to be free of what once was. Holding on to an emotion such as sorrow, anger, or disappointment is a normal part of the process. And in order to be free of it, we must feel it fully. Emotions are feelings in motion. They are not meant to be stagnant. Water is the same. It wants to move and flow. When we allow our emotions to be there fully, they rarely last as long as they would do if we repress them. When we avoid endings for whatever reason, The symbolic waters within us can build up and become stagnant. Call upon the waters within you to flow freely. Let the dammed walls of past hurts come tumbling down. Let the waters within you travel out into the world. Let them find their way past stones and riverbanks. New streams are calling you forth. Let the ocean call you home. Soul inquiry. What are you willing to let go of? Wow. Something difficult to process here. And yes, the disappointments, the hurt, it may feel like it's not fair. And um, so yes, and it's kind of difficult and challenging. However, it's like the message said, it's a process. You will get over it, but maybe this also is also happening for a reason, and you may not know what it's all about now, but maybe universe, your spirit is getting certain things out of your path so you can move forward and meet the people you are meant to meet and form the connections you want to form. Do something that you are meant to do and be someone who you are meant to be, Gemini. So this is a blessing in a disguise. And yes, when this is happening, you may not know what to do, in which direction to take, but that's okay. Sit with it, and process these emotions. Take care of yourself, like what you are eating, stay hydrated, go out for walks and talk to people, surround yourself with people who understands you, who gets you, um, your support system, and before you know, you will be out of there and into the world. So connect with yourself. That's what home is like. It has nothing to do with the physical space in this world. It has to do with how centered and calm and peaceful we are within, and that will help you find that home wherever you are. So let it go and create the space for something new and amazing, something that's aligned. So, Geminis, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Do remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And if you like what you see here, if these messages resonated, remember to like the video, subscribe, and support the channel and help this channel grow. Thank you. And please take good care of yourself. I hope you have a magical month ahead. I will see you in the next reading.